What a time to be alive. I'm fired up. It's been the best past month that I've ever had in my business. And I am here to share with you guys the biggest business opportunity that you will have in your life. And I guarantee it. I know it because it's the biggest business opportunity I've had in mind. You need to start a business funding agency for 2023. It is a time sensitive play. This play is bigger than any other play that you could have right now if you were thinking of starting a business. And if you already have a business, it's okay. Run this alongside your business. And the reason I say so is there is no investment required. It's free to start, free to run, and there's never any amount of money that you're going to have to pay to run your agency. Now, I know a lot of these online gurus, they're trying to tell you about the next big thing and what you need to do right now. And then you're all hyped up by the time they get to the hook of the video or whatever. And then they tell you, yeah, you just have to pay $500 to get started. So really what they did was build you up to take your money so they could earn money off your money. Yes, they may all be viable business ideas and business plans, but they are all making money off of what you pay them. This is not that. What I'm about to talk about today is a viable business. I do it. I have a business capital funding agency as well that I run alongside my business. And if I didn't already have a business, I would be doing this too for 2023. So we're going to get into detail about it. I'm just trying to get you to understand before I even dive into it. And a lot of people click off this video that if you just have 15 minutes of your time you can spare to hear what I have to say, you might be intrigued. Now, before I get started with this video, I just want to mention that in the description below this video, there is a link and it's going to have the caption, Start Your Business Funding Capital Agency. Click this link. If at any time during this video, you just want to bypass what I have to say and go ahead and get started, click that link. When you click that link, you'll be brought to a page where the founder of our company is going to give you a detailed explanation of what you're going to be doing and basically going over what I'm about to go over. But if you feel like you know enough to go ahead and get started, right under that video, go ahead and click join. It'll bring you to an application page. You just fill out the application. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. And just like that, you'll be able to get started today and you can earn money today. We pay out daily commissions. We pay out daily on the majority of what we sell and what we offer. And you choose what you sell and what you offer, or you can offer everything. But inevitably, this is the only play that we have that there is no investment required, no money to operate, and you can get paid daily. So let's get into what we're talking about here. So up until I joined DAC and started my own business capital funding agency, I was a business owner and I offered marketing consulting services and small business consulting services to businesses in my area. And still to this day, I do. As a business consultant, I got to understand a common set of needs and problems that, every business has their own unique needs and problems, but I kept hearing these same needs and these same problems over and over again. And I didn't have a way to offer them a solution for them. And that sucks. I want to solve all my business clients' problems because that's my goal as a consultant. The biggest problem they had, number one, is they were either looking to expand, hire new employees, or buy new equipment or whatever. They didn't have the funding to be able to. Now, a lot of them would go to their banks and get rejected or denied because either A, their credit wasn't good enough, or they didn't have enough collateral, real estate, or anything to put up for those loans. And some of the business owners didn't want to put up their real estate for collateral in the first place. And I was like, well, hopefully I can figure out a solution to that. DAC offers a solution to all of my business clients in various businesses around the nation to where we offer them funding based on future revenue that they earn. They can have a low credit score, that's okay. They don't ever have to put up collateral. That's absolutely fine. All we require to get them funding is proof of what they are earning in revenue, and businesses do not mind giving that proof. The funding that we can provide business owners is damn near instant. For smaller funding, it can be as quick as the same day. For larger funding, up to $2 million, we can get that to them this week. And banks cannot compete with how fast we can get funding out to our clients. So that solved big problem number one for me and my personal clients. Big problem number two, every business in America generally employs other people. They may have one employee, they may have 5,000 employees. If they have full-time employees, they are required by law to offer their full-time employees health insurance at a very affordable rate. However, there is nothing that is making it mandatory for any companies to offer their part-time employees any kind of healthcare insurance at all. And I can kind of understand why the majority of companies don't offer it to their part-time employees, because it's expensive for the employers and expensive for the businesses to pay out of pocket for in order to get these part-time employees Affordable Care Act compliant insurance for their health. Our company solves this issue. We offer health insurance plans that are affordable, that employers can offer all of their employees, regardless of being part-time or full-time, and the employer does not have to pay a dime. All the employer theoretically really has to do in order to offer our insurance to their employees is send them a link. The link has detailed comparisons of all the different plans that we offer, and the employee can sign up right then and there for that insurance. But you don't even have to be an employee of a business to sign up for the insurance in the first place. You can sign up for it just as a consumer, and that's what a lot of people I know are doing. I've got a friend, he's a doctor, he pays $2,000-ish a month for his health insurance for him and his family. With us, we can get him that same coverage for about $1,000 a month. And that's expensive, but that's a unique case. He's older, has a big family and things like that. For a younger person, we offer healthcare insurance plans as low as $50 a month. And we also offer another plan that's unique for $40 a month that provides teledoc 24 hours a day, free service, VSP Vision, Carrington Dental, and a plethora of other awesome benefits. And on that plan, you can have your entire family on it just for $39.95 a month. So that's another really awesome product and service that we are able to offer anyone that wants to come through us. We offer a plethora of other services like the ERC tax refund credit. I know you know that when the pandemic happened, PPP loans were a thing, and it saved a lot of businesses. But a lot of these businesses utilize those PPP loans and they're out of funding, and they took a hard hit during COVID. And all of us did, we know that. But a lot of these businesses stayed open and they kept their employees on throughout this entire pandemic. Well, during the CARES Act and the American Rescue Plan, Congress had put into play the ERCs, the Employee Retention Credit, for all businesses that stayed open, took a hit during COVID, but still kept their employees on. They are able to receive up to $26,000 per employee. They don't have to pay that back because they've already paid for that $26,000 per employee by filing taxes every year. Does it make sense? So this is a refund in the amount of the taxes that they've paid out every year. The government was like, hey, we want to reward you for staying open. The thing is, in order for these businesses to claim these ERCs, they need a licensed CPA to work the process for them to get that refund. Now, our company has a team of licensed CPAs on board that are willing to do all of this work for these businesses to claim their ERCs with no upfront cost. These businesses never have to pay a dime to receive their ERCs through us unless they get their ERCs. And then after they get their ERC tax credit of $26,000 per employee, then they will pay the licensed CPAs that got that tax credit for them. There are no licensed CPAs on this planet that would be willing to do that with no upfront costs. These businesses would have to pay upfront hourly in order for a CPA to work their case for them before they could even get the tax credit. And then what happens if they don't get the tax credit? They paid the CPA for nothing. With us, they don't pay a dime unless they get their ERC tax credit. And that comes in form of a check straight to the employer. So I know that earlier I said there's a plethora of other services that you are able to offer self-employed people, small businesses, big businesses. But I want to pump the brakes for a second and talk about a brief overview of the compensation plan in regards to the 3 services I just discussed. Now, I'm just going to hit bullet points. Once you join, you will be sent a stack of information on the compensation plan. We've got free training that takes about 8 hours to go through. And if you join with my link, you will be a direct part of my team. And I do one-on-one team training with every team member that joins, but I'll talk more about that later. So the compensation overview for the business funding, whether they take out a lot of money or a little money, it doesn't affect the percentage of commission that you earn from that. You will always earn at least 3%, no less than 3% will you ever earn from any business funding client that you have. And that's a huge thing. A lot of businesses, they need $100,000 in funding to implement what they're trying to do. 3% of $100,000 is $3,000 in your pocket. But we also offer micro funding, as I would call it, for self-employed gig workers. So if there's a DoorDash employee, Instacart shopper, something like that, and if they need micro funding, just a little bit of money, and say, for instance, they just wanted to borrow $1,000 to help them do whatever they need to do their business better, then you would make $30. But that's off of 3%. You can make all the way up to just right under 9%, as long as you're willing to work hard with our business. And that's humongous. Could you imagine spending one day of your time getting one funding client, they pull out $100,000 in funding, and as a result of that, you just cashed a $9,000 check? That's more than some people in America come home with for 6 months of working. Now, this isn't a guarantee of income or anything that you'll make. You won't make anything if you don't go out there and try to get clients. But I'm putting on this screen right now the last 3 days of clients that I've had come in personally through me. And that's over 10 individual clients in less than 3 days. That's since Christmas. What is it? We're on the 28th right now. That's less than 3 days, and I've got 10 clients already getting funding. If I can do it, you can do it. But that's how you get compensated on your funding. Now, like I said earlier, you're starting an agency. You're not just joining this so you can earn money off of your work. You're able to go out there and employ your family if you want to, get them out of the crazy crap job they might have, your friends if you want to, get them out of the crazy crap jobs they have, and you can employ anybody in your community or anyone nationwide. You'll have the ability to onboard them as a member of your team as well. And you make commission off of their sales on top of commission on your sales. So your goal is to go out there and get clients so you can earn those commissions, but also to help your friends, family, and people in your community and people around the nation find out about what you've started and that they can be part of your team so you can go out there and help them be successful and earn a lot of money as well. And then off of your efforts of teaching them, you will earn a lot of money as well, because if you teach them to be successful and they are successful, you earn money from that. But we're not in the business of getting a bunch of people onboarded that are not capable of performing. This business is not for everybody. Even though this is free to join, free to start, free to run, and all it takes is an investment of time, not everybody's willing to work hard. And I have to say, if you're not willing to work hard, and more specifically, if you are not teachable and you're not willing to learn, this is not for you, and that's okay. I'm not trying to get you to join something that you're not going to like just because I got you to join it. That doesn't do anything for me. I'm trying to change lives of people that are willing to work hard. If you are willing to work hard, I'm trying to change your life. Oh, and I failed to mention, with the majority of our business capital funding, if your client applies for that funding today, gets their funding tomorrow, you get paid the very next day for that, and it rolls. So if you get clients every day, then every day you're getting paid, you're getting daily pay. Our company also sets you up with a company bank account, a company debit card they'll send out to you. That way you have access immediately to your funds. There is no monthly charge for that. It's a typical bank situation. It is a fantastic setup for all of us. And also, you don't have to keep up with payroll or anything to do with taxes of anyone that joins your agency. The company takes care of all of that accounting and all of that paperwork for you. They will send out 1099s at the end of the year for all of your team. That way you don't have to keep up with that. All you have to keep up with is training your team and making sure you're out there grinding. But do not go out there and hire a crap ton of people if you haven't already been out there securing clients yourself, because you need to understand the business before you go and employ a bunch of people when you don't know how to train them. Make sure you learn how to train them before you get them to onboard to your agency. So we just covered business capital funding and what commission you would make off of that. The second service I touched on was we can offer health insurance to people. Now with business capital funding, you get paid that lump sum like I just talked about. But with the insurance, you get paid monthly residual income every month that someone pays their premium, because they pay for their insurance monthly. It's a monthly plan to keep their insurance, just like all of us do. Every time they pay their monthly insurance premium, you get a percentage of that monthly insurance premium per person that has bought insurance through you. So what you would make per month per plan depends on what they get, and there's too many variables to just say you're going to get this much or this much based on this plan. But say hypothetically, someone bought an insurance plan and it cost them $100 a month. You may make about $7 a month off of that plan. You're like, $7 isn't enough. It's not a lot. You don't be shallow-minded. Don't be fickle-minded. Companies have 10, 20, 30, 100 employees. Imagine if you had 100 people at a company buying a health insurance plan, right, for $100 a month, and you're making $7 a month off of each one. That's $700 a month in reoccurring residual income that you never have to work for to make next month and the month after and the month after and the month after. It's humongous. There's not a company out here that does what we're doing. I have people that I know that are insurance sales agents or sales reps for company. They don't make that much money like that. They don't make money like we're making money when we sell health insurance to employers. I know to sell health insurance, if you're filling out the paperwork with people and helping them get health insurance, you need a license to sell health insurance. But we're not filling out the paperwork for anyone. We simply refer them to our company, and they have the licensed CPAs, they have the licensed health insurance agents, and they have the licensed financial service providers that take over helping our clients get the coverage, get the funding they need. We simply are the middleman that are like, hey, George, you need this? Oh, you do? Okay, well, go see my friend Bob. Bob will get you straight. And just as a result of making that quick transaction, you get paid commission without having to do any work. other than just simply referring them along to the service, which is why it's kind of a no-brainer, dude. But silliness aside, the third thing I mentioned was the ERC tax credit. So I want to briefly touch on what you would make per client that you onboarded to help them get the ERC tax credit. Now, this may be a lot to take in. I know I'm cramming a lot into a video, but I'm going to get into how the training is going to look in just a few minutes. So if you can just bear with me, we're going to get there. For the ERC tax credit, you get paid 4% of whatever the employer receives. And like I said, that's up to $26,000 per employee. So imagine a company has 10 employees. They could get $260,000 just because you were able to help them get that. They didn't have to pay out of pocket to get it up front until they secured the bag. But just as a result of you referring them to the business and helping them get the ERC tax credit, you're getting $10,400. It's absurd. So I know I haven't covered all the services that we offer companies. I mean, we offer payment processing as well. We also offer the ability for them to offer any of their customers financing. But that's all things that we would go over in your training once you join our company. It costs $0, 0 cents, 100% free, no investment needed. Now, if you're a business owner already, you understand what a value this is, because chances are you paid $1,000 or $2,000 to have your website built. If you didn't know how to build it yourself, you're paying $2,000 or $3,000 a month in marketing expenses because you don't know how to market yourself. Or even if you do know how to market yourself, you're paying $1,000 on the ads. You're probably paying $2,000 to $3,000 in rent and bills and equipment. And this business is done for you. It's a business in a login. You log in, you have access to your business. It's absurd. Now, yeah, you have the opportunity to run ads if you want to. Yeah, you have the opportunity to buy business cards if you want to. Yeah, you have the opportunity to buy flyers if you want to, or whatever. But it's not a requirement to be successful in this business. It's not a requirement to get started in this business. You don't need a business license because you can function as a sole proprietor. They set that up for you too for free. It's crazy. You don't need to hire an accountant to handle payroll or handle taxes. They handle that for you. All they want is you to hit the ground running, be successful, help business owners around America be successful, and they take a small percentage of what we make. But who cares? For all that they're giving you, if they're giving you the ability to make $5,000 extra this month that you wouldn't have made without joining us, who cares if you make $5,000 and we make $2,000? Who cares if we make $3,000 off of the fact that you were able to make $5,000? It doesn't matter to me. I'm still getting paid. And this is an opportunity I never would have had before. So out of all the videos I could have shot today, I had to shoot this video because I know that this opportunity is going to change the lives of 10, 20, 100, 1,000, 100,000 people if they are willing to bet on themselves, if they are willing to work hard and go hard. If you feel like you are willing to do those things, you can click that link below this video and get started today. Do your knock your training out today and start earning money tomorrow. There is nothing to be afraid of. There's no risk involved. There's no investment involved. You would be shorting yourself if you didn't give this a shot. If you work an hourly job and you didn't give this a shot, you would be shorting yourself because you just don't know what you are missing out on. I can in 10 minutes make what I would make in 3 or 4 days working an hourly job. And that's on the low end of the scale right here. So I know we briefly touched over what we're doing, how we're helping business owners. We touched over a little bit on the compensation plan, but by now I already know your brain's going like, oh my God, this is a lot of information. How am I going to do this? How do I even talk to business owners in the first place? Man, this is scary stuff. Well, we're going to go over that right now. You don't have to physically talk to business owners if you don't want to. You can send them emails back and forth, or you can post on social media, which is what I've done to get the majority of my clients. I've only talked to 2 of my business owner clients that I personally work with and mentioned some of the stuff that we offer. They were ecstatic. One signed up for health insurance, and the other one's in the process of getting capital funding to expand. But the other 8 of the 10 clients I've gotten in the last 3 days has just been because I've posted on social media. I don't have a big social media following. I mean, you see my YouTube analytics right here. I don't have a huge social media following. So it's really easy to get into, but we provide all training. And just to give you an overview of that training, as soon as you start, you have access to 8 hours of video training to walk you through all of our products. And I know it's a lot to take in. You can split it up at your own time, at your own pace, but you need to follow along with every single one of those videos. It will take 8 hours in total. And a lot of it is just going to take time to watch, and that's okay. After you complete those 8 hours of training, I personally send you an email. It's a long email, but it has detailed information about vital steps that you need to take before you go out there and start trying to earn money, because it will set you up for success. I walk you through how to set up your bank account through the company. That's important. But I also sent to you in that email your direct links to our corporate company-wide Zoom calls that happen on Mondays and Fridays. And if you can't make those Zoom calls live, we record them and post them onto the YouTube channel, the company YouTube channel. That way you can access them in your own time. But I send you information to all of that. And those 2 Zooms a week really help get you fired up and to stay motivated and to help you to understand how to approach your clients. We also have a private members only group on Facebook where all of us are able to talk directly back and forth together to help you out if you ever get into a problem or get stuck. I give you my personal phone number, my personal email, where I will reach out to you after you join and talk to you in the first place, just to help make sure I understand where you are and how I can help you the most. I personally offer training, like I said earlier, one-on-one with every one of my team members to make sure that they are successful, that joins, that creates their own agency, because I want to see them be successful. But also, I'm successful when they're successful as well. So it is valuable to me to make sure that you're out there getting clients. As I said before, you have nothing to lose. This business opportunity is risk-free, and all of the heavy lifting is done for you. All you have to do is be willing to work hard. That's it. I guarantee you will never find an opportunity like this in the rest of your life. But as I said earlier, it's okay if this is not for you. I appreciate your time. I really do, and I'm glad you stayed this long. But if you feel like you were interested in the slightest by anything I've said, go ahead and click that link in the description of this video so you can get started today. As I said, when you click that link, it'll bring you to a page and there's a video from our founder himself. It is a long video. It's a 45-minute long video. If you feel like you understand enough about our business and you want to join and start your own agency, you can go ahead and click join under that video and go ahead and fill out the application and you're good to go. If you want to hear what he has to say, which is valuable, really good information, and I would listen to it anyway if you have the time. He's a phenomenal guy, and he really cares about the success of every single individual one of us, just as I care about the success of you, and that's why I'm making this video in the first place. Right now, times are tough in America. It's hard to earn a living wage working a job. And that's why a long time ago, I started my own business to begin with. My business is successful and I'm thankful for that, but I work hard in it. It took me a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get to a point where I was profitable. Not everybody is capable of that. Not everybody's capable of shouldering. I mean, I've spent $20,000 or $30,000 building my personal business up. And that was just to get to the point where I could accept clients. You understand? This opportunity I'm offering you guys with DAC to start your own agency, you won't find something like that where you don't have to invest any money whatsoever. You won't. And if in my personal business, aside from DAC, if I was to directly employ people not through DAC, I might not be able to afford to do that because I would have to pay them out of pocket. And then I would have to pay an accountant to handle the taxes. And then I'd have to pay payroll taxes on those. And I couldn't afford to do that. But now I can change the lives of as many people that are willing to have their lives changed for the better. I'm forever grateful. I hope this video, if it changes one person's life today, and if it helps one person get out the rat race, and if it helps one person stop having to trade their time for dollars for a measly hourly wage by being a corporate slave for another company while they're getting rich off your back, my job's done. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you have a wonderful new year. And if you do need time to consider this and everything I've said, that's okay. Just save this video to your watch later list or something. So that way when you're scrolling, the next time you're like, man, I wish there was a good business opportunity I could be a part of, you'll see this video and you'll be like, oh yeah, that guy. I thought he was sounded a little kind of crazy earlier, but I'm willing to try anything now. I've reached my rock bottom. Well, we'll be there for you when you reach that point too. Thank you for your time.